Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Whitney Ward.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Mark Handerham. We have new information about the murder of a North Spokane mother who was found in her garage on Sunday. A search warrant shows how Cassie was found along with her 5-year-old daughter, who was badly hurt and is now in a medically induced coma, and the man suspected of stabbing both of them. According to police, Cassie's 2 other children were at their father's house in Spokane Valley waiting for her to pick them up. When she didn't arrive, their dad dropped them off at her home. The children then told police they found the home in disarray and at least 1 car running in the unattached garage. They tried to break into the garage and someone called 911, and that's when police and firefighters arrived to the home and found Cassie, her 5-year-old daughter Lily, and the suspect. The suspect is still in the hospital today, as well as the 5-year-old girl.
Now, court documents say the suspect started living with Cassie last June. Her children told police they constantly fought. 2 days before her death, Cassie kicked the suspect out. Police have filed a search warrant now to look for several pieces of evidence, including a murder weapon, DNA in the home, as well as any messages Cassie and the suspect may have exchanged on their cell phones. And while we know the name of the suspect, we are not yet naming him because he has not been formally charged with a crime. Tonight at 5, though, our Amanda Rowley will share what we do know about him and this case. In the meantime, the trial for a teenager who admitted to opening fire at Freeman High School back in 2017 has now been moved back yet again. Trial scheduled now for January 18th of 2022. It was previously scheduled for June 1st of this year. According to court documents, the judge presiding over this case is Judge Michael Price, who said the schedule change wasn't proposed by either the state or the defense. 3 years ago, 1 person was killed and several more were injured after that shooting in Freeman High School's main hallway. The shooter previously admitted to being responsible to investigators. For more updates and information on this case, just go to krem.com.
Well, some big news today on the vaccine front. Today, everyone age 16 and older is eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine in Washington. The Washington Department of Health says more than 1.5 million additional people became eligible today. As a result, the Spokane Arena mass vaccination site is aiming to give 2,000 vaccines a day. The arena site is only carrying the Moderna vaccine, meaning that only those 18 and older can get the vaccine at the site. The Moderna vaccine isn't approved for anyone younger than 18. They are taking some walk-ins today, and people say the process has been quick and easy so far.
It went fantastic. I was apprehensive about today because this is my second shot scheduled today, and with the 16 and over thing, I thought there's going to be thousands of people here, but piece of cake.
Great to hear. The arena open until 5 p.m. tonight and from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow and Saturday. The site also stays open until 8 p.m. on Tuesdays and Wednesdays now for those who can't make it during the day. For more information on how to get a vaccine appointment at the Spokane Arena, just text the word vaccine to 509-448-2000.
In the meantime, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is still on hold in all 50 states. Yesterday, an emergency meeting at the CDC to discuss the extremely rare blood clots possibly associated with the vaccine ended without any decision on when the shots can be given again. So with no decision, it's likely that single-dose vaccine will be paused for at least another week. Out of the nearly 7 million doses that have already been administered across the country, they know of 6 women who received that J&J vaccine and came down with a rare blood clotting disorder. One of the women died. During a White House briefing today, the press secretary supported the FDA's move to pause that vaccine. Current supply of vaccines to meet the demand of Americans who do want to be vaccinated.
All right, well, right now you are looking at a map right here that shows the percentage of each state's population who are now fully vaccinated. This is based off information from the CDC and census from yesterday. So in Washington, 21 to 27% of the population now fully vaccinated. The same goes for Idaho. Again, this is based off CDC and census data from yesterday, April 14th.
So we know this has been just a lot of information every single day. So for any questions that you might have, just visit krem.com. We have a ton of information there for you. You can also text us with your questions at 509-448-2000. In the meantime, we want to take now a look at the weather. It was gorgeous outside. It doesn't feel like it could get any better, but I actually think it's going to. Thomas Patrick is outside actually right now enjoying the sunshine and the warm temperatures. And Thomas, I think you got all good news for us, right?
Yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, if we're going to be splitting hairs over maybe it being a little bit windy today, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue overall. It is just absolutely beautiful out here. I think our temperatures are still in the mid 60s. And for the first time, I'm out here in the outdoor set without the need for a coat, but you can still hear just a little bit of the wind. I think we can do a little bit better. Temperatures are looking on the up and up and into the 70s for this upcoming weekend. How warm can those temperatures go is going to be the new question. But if you're really concerned about the winds and maybe your golf game, maybe you're slicing a little bit too far off to the right just because of the winds, yeah, that's right, blame the winds. They'll be calming down for this weekend as well. It's looking like exceptional weather, but very dry as well. Very long-term dry spells still for this month, but I am tracking at least our next maybe chance for rain that might be on the way. But all in all, I think it's going to be a great weekend. You'll see for yourselves in just a few minutes.
Thomas, thank you very much. We'll check back in with you later in the broadcast. Well, some big news on the Gonzaga front. Tommy Lloyd officially introduced today as University of Arizona's new head men's basketball coach at a press conference. KREM 2 Sports Director Brenna Green live in the newsroom tonight. She listened to the press conference in which Tommy got pretty emotional several times about Gonzaga. Brenna?
Yeah, you could really feel Tommy's emotion today in Tucson, both because of Gonzaga, like you said, and also because he said this was the only job he'd leave Gonzaga for. Tommy thanked several people within the Gonzaga community today, including John Stockton for his wisdom, and athletic director Mike Roth, who told Tommy that if he got the Arizona job, that the university would celebrate it. By the way, far and away, though, Tommy was the most emotional when talking about Mark Few. Tommy said that Mark told him that if he got offered the Arizona job, he had to take it.
First person I want to thank is Mark Few. Okay. I want to thank him for giving me the opportunity to work at Gonzaga and preparing me for this opportunity. I mean, the way he treated me and the freedom he gave me has prepared me to be a head coach. There's no doubt about it.
We're going to have more with Tommy tonight at 6 o'clock, including his message to Arizona alums who were not in favor of him getting the gig. Back to you guys.
Well, certainly a class act through and through, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we wish him luck. Still ahead tonight, the defense has rested its case in the murder trial for former Minneapolis Police Chief Jarrett Chauvin. The next steps in the trial before they reconvene on Monday.